honesty here. I'm going to get roasted for this answer, but I don't care. I haven't studied in 18 months. And my graph has soared in the last 18 months. And here's why. The reason my game has grown in the last 18 months without doing any studying is when you get these foundational pieces in place and you really understand the building blocks of how poker works, the games you play are the classroom. Because you now are seeing situations, you're understanding. It's kind of similar to the premise that I guess Chris and Joe, you both brought it up, is like you want the premise is we want to see where people are deviating and then make adjustments, right? But the deviations, like that's not something that a solver is going to teach you. That's not something that a range is going to teach you. It's as simple as a situation where it's like, okay, well, if my opponent never raises, how do I get to take advantage of that now? Well, shoot, if they're never going to raise, I can bet really small with my draws and actually give myself direct equity to get there. That sounds pretty sick. Well, if they're never going to raise, when I have a really strong value hand, I can get really aggressive with my sizing because I want to get as much value from them as possible. Well, that sounds sick. I've got kind of a weak showdown value hand, but I still want to build a pot. I can go really small with a weak showdown. They're not going to raise, right? We get to start seeing how they react to our mistakes and start kind of testing the waters for how much we can get away with. So technically, I say I haven't studied in the last 18 months, but every tournament I play, I'm seeing these deviations. I'm seeing how these opponents are getting away from things, and I'm starting to implement the opposite. I don't need to look at a solver to do that.